Hello and welcome. This is Chrysanne from Elemental Energies with Chrysanne, and today we are going to be doing the really fun art or science of crystal grid building. So we are going to be creating a crystal grid. Today we're going to be using the idea of creating a grid using all the crystals that will help us with prosperity. You know, I love to do this one around a new moon, around the new year, around a birthday. Think of all of these wonderful times, or just, create it and leave it in your space. But think of all the wonderful times that you have that you can create something for manifesting what that is that you want. It's really powerful when you manifest and take a hold of that energy and create that actively for yourself. So we're going to get started today with building a crystal grid for prosperity. And there's a lot of things that you can do. You can use an actual grid if you need that to help you to place where your crystals go. You can just use your space. You can put it on a sort of bigger tray or something so you can pick it up and move it. I do recommend for this prosperity one, if you have a home office and you're working out of your home, for instance, or you're an artist and you want to put this in your art space, to have these prosperity crystal grids will really help bring in that energy of bringing in wealth for what it is that you're creating. So let's get started. We are not going to use this crystal grid today, even though it's lovely. We might use it on a future crystal grid. Today we're just going to use our space here. And I want to talk about the central stone. The central stone is sort of your power stone. Now, I do recommend, if you are going to pick one piece to invest in a tower. And it can be a clear quartz tower like this is, or since we're going to be doing a crystal grid for prosperity, you can invest in a natural citrine tower. And I'm not going to get into the difference between, well, maybe I will. Let's see if we have that piece here. Yes, I do. I will get into it today. So there is a big difference between getting some natural citrine and getting something that's not natural citrine. You see this a lot in many shops. It was never in my shop advertised as citrine. This is something that's actually an amethyst that's been heat treated. And that's how you get that sort of orangey, brassy kind of yellow tones to it. The amethyst, which is a naturally purple stone, this is an amethyst, has been heated. Once it's heated, it turns this color. So FYI, this is the difference. This is natural citrine, and you can see that it's a very pale color. Sometimes it's almost a brown, and a great way to tell the difference is to have a piece of white paper. This is a natural citrine, and you can see a little bit of yellow popping through. See the very big difference in the colors between irradiated and natural. Here's the difference. Irradiated, quote-unquote, citrine is not going to help you with abundance. It's going to help you to say no, which is still a very important metaphysical thing that we need. It's very helpful to be able to say no many times in our lives. But if we are buying citrine because we want citrine to help us with abundance, then please, citrine, abundance, okay? Very big difference. Say no, say yes. Think of it that way. So there's my little spiel. I've done a lot of spiels on that. I've got a lot of videos on that. So these are the two pieces that, or one of the two, if you were going to invest in a tower, those are my two top towers. Either a clear quartz, which is a generator. It will boost all the other crystal energies that you have around it, or natural citrine. This one, considerably higher in price. This is a massive investment. This is a moderate investment, but it's still an investment. So, and you don't have to have them this big, my goodness. You know, you can have towers that are much, much smaller. And you don't even have to have a tower. I mean, I have this piece here that's a clear quartz pyramid. You could use something like that. So you find the piece that speaks to you, and that's going to be your central thing. Now, if you're going to leave your grid always made up and always there, have a piece that you're okay with dedicating to that grid. So you're not going to be taking it out of that grid. So if this is going to stay in your office, this will stay within that grid. Just keep that in mind. So for today, we are going to do the citrine. I love this citrine. I've had this citrine with me for years and years and years. I love this piece. It is a piece that spoke to me when I bought it, and it has rainbows in it. This is my personal piece. It is not for sale. And, you know, I have utilized this piece for years within my grids. So this piece has been, so you can see the rainbows in it, been a special piece to me. You find a special piece for you. Crystals will call you. They will let you know. So we are going to start with natural citrine in the middle. So this works on abundance of all levels. You want to manifest financial abundance? This will help you. You want to manifest more clients in abundance? This will help you. You need to put out there what it is that you are generating. Sort of let your crystals know what it is you're generating. The next stone that we are going to use is a very simple and easy stone, excuse me, a very simple and easy stone to get your hands on. This one is called adventurine. This is green adventurine. And adventurine is great because it opens your heart up to trust, and it also is really good for manifesting with luck. Now, when you are beginning to build your crystal grid, you need to, number one, assess how many stones do you have. Second is, what number do you want to do? I either like to do 3s or 4s. In this case today, I'm going to be doing 4s. What does that mean? Let me show you. I like to place 4 stones of the same, if you have them, going north, south, east, west. Let me move this citrine so you can see that patterning there that I have. And as I am laying these in my grid, I am thinking I would like this to help me manifest abundance. The next stone that I'm going to place is going to be some natural citrine tumbled stones. And yes, I do combine tumbled stones and natural stones within my crystal grids. Now you can see I did another set of 4s here. I'm just going to keep moving my central piece so you can see it as we go on. The next stone that I want to use is rose quartz. Rose quartz is a very simple, basic, easy stone for love. It is a great heart stone. Rose quartz opens your heart up so you can accept with love the energy that's coming in. Now, iolite, I'm putting iolite in this grid. Iolite is another simple, easy stone to get. Most of these are really simple and easy to get, except for the natural citrine. That's really hard to get. But if you have a stash, hold on to it. So iolite helps you get rid of debt, and it helps you to have success in all endeavors. So as I'm placing these around my rose quartz, look what I'm doing. I'm adding double around each rose quartz. I think I have enough. Yes, I do have enough to do that. When I buy my stones, I like to buy in 8s if you can afford it. And you know, a lot of stones aren't super cheap right now, but if you have these in your stash and you have them in 8s, this is a great way to do it. If you only have 4s, that's okay. And if you only have 3s, that's okay as well. The next stone that we're going to go to, now I'm not doing these in any particular order. I'm doing what calls to me energetically. So the next stone is a raw stone, and we are using raw emeralds. Emerald is your stone of love. It is a stone of luck, and it is a stone of prosperity. So let's put that right next to those citrines. You can have them touch. You don't have to have them touch. This is your grid. Go with what speaks to you energetically. The next stone that we're going to go to is an ametrine. Ametrine is a stone of abundance in all things in your life. Now, yes, it looks like these are slightly irradiated, but that's okay because it is doing what I want for abundance in all aspects of my life. So, let's put, whoops. So it's okay to use stones that are maybe man-made or that are irradiated. It is okay. So I just, know that. The next stone that we are going to use is peridot. Peridot is another one that I've had a little bit of a hard time getting my hands on. So, if you have some of this in your stash, wonderful. Peridot is the stone of luck in love, in business, and in health. It is really good for abundance in all of those. So let's do 2 on either side of these emeralds, kind of in the same configuration that we did the iolite in. And I am going to move my central piece so you can see a little clearer where we are at thus far. So you can see some nice stones going on here. Let's see. The next one that we are going to do is magnetite. Now this one is in its natural formation as well. Magnetite attracts what you desire. It brings in what your heart desires to you. This happens to be one form. I've seen it in a tumbled form. It comes in all different forms. So actually, let's put these right next to this adventurine right here that's near the base of our central citrine piece. And let's move these so you can see that I'm just placing these right here. So that's what we have thus far with the magnetite. Like a magnet, it attracts what you are wanting to bring to you. Almost last but not least is Chrysoprase. Chrysoprase is good for prosperity and it attracts love as well. When we're attracting abundance, we need to have love for what we are attracting and what we are bringing to us. If we don't open our heart to being able to accept it, it's not going to come to us. Now, the very, very last one, and this is what I do many times as a last stone in a lot of my grids, whether I have it in the middle or not, is clear quartz. These are clear quartz points. So clear quartz boosts all your other energies. We talked about that at the beginning. This is a boost to all of this. It's an amplifier of what we already have going on. So let's amplify some of this rose quartz energy that we have here going on. And, once again, I bought these in 8s. So think of what you have within your stash that you can use these. And there's our grid. If all you have is 3 of these types of stones and you don't have this multitude of stones that I have, that's okay. Use what you have. Now, here's my other trick that I do. Since I'm a Reiki master teacher, I always Reiki my grids when I'm done to boost that energy, that intent, that thing that I am manifesting, that I am creating this grid for. So I Reiki this energy, I Reiki this grid to radiate and keep on going and going and going infinitely to bring this energy back to me. I am deserving I am willing and I am open to receive. Make sure you realize that you need to be open to receive. It's one thing to do a grid and it's one thing to manifest, but if you are not open to that energy coming in for you, it's not going to come to you. So really simple, but sometimes harder to do than you think. Change our mindsets and be open to some of this wonderful energy. I hope you get this great abundance that comes to you. You are deserving and the time is right. Thanks so much for tuning in. Once again, I am Chrysanne from Elemental Energies with Chrysanne. Check out my website, elementalenergieswithchrysanne.com. I have a lot of these stones that are available for purchase. If there is some that is not there that you are looking for, contact me because not everything is on the website. Once again, I'm also a psychic, so I'm able to do readings. Contact me for that. And gift certificates are always available, even if it's not listed on my website. Thank you everybody so much for tuning in. Oh, and we have all these little hedgies that are just joining us. Yes, I just created some of these little hedgies that are joining us. So pretty soon those are going to be on the website. If they're not on the website and there's something that you're interested in, just let me know. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Take care and be free.